What were we talking about?
Nazis built the pyramids,
The
the
Nazis
aliens started the
built-
Holocaust. It's just...
We're talking about serial killers today. They're ghosts.
It's only going to get worse from here. Alright, you ready to start this?
Let's do it.
Alright, here we go. Man, that's...
Whiskey.
Yeah, that's a little stronger than normal. Alright, welcome everybody to the Calling Couple Podcast. I am your host, Gage.
And I'm Sage.
And today we are going to be talking about the DC film.
DC.
Yep, today we're going to be talking about the DC films. We're not going to go with any of the animation movies or shows.
Boo.
I know, because honestly, Batman, the animated series, was the best one out of all of them, hands down.
Out of series? Out of other series? Or out of, like, movies and series together?
All together.
Ooh, you are a liar.
But we're just going to stick with the movies today. We're not going to go into all that other stuff because we've got tons of movies out there to actually go over.
Yeah.
So let's just dive right into this. Sage?
Yes.
What is your favorite DC film?
Live action, right? So, I'm going to have to go with The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight.
Yeah, Christian Bale Dark Knight. Yeah.
2008 Dark Knight, Christian Bale, Heath Ledger,
Yeah.
Michael Caine. Fucking really good one. Really good film. I like that one.
It's a comfort movie for me. I like
Yeah.
it a lot.
Oh, well, fuck, we probably watched that a million fucking times, but
I watched it a million times when it first came out, man.
you know, and I love the game that we play every time we watch that movie when the movie
Oh yeah,
first
when it
starts
first
out.
starts in the window. Which window is gonna break out?
Yeah,
and it zooms up real slow.
I think you've gotten it like twice, and I've
Yeah.
gotten it none. And
None? I thought you got it at least once.
No, I always get like right around it. I never get the actual
Yeah.
window.
It's either like one up or one over. You know,
Yeah,
you
it
get
fucking
real
kills
close.
me. Yeah, kills me every time. But that's a good choice. I mean, of course, that's a lot of people's choice, and it was only because of how riveting of the role that
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger
he
fucking
did
put
such
out.
an amazing job.
He really did. And I remember seeing that in theaters when it came out, and
Me too.
just wow.
Blew me away.
Oh yeah, fucking great film.
As soon as it came out on DVD, I went and bought that shit.
It was so good. Not
Oh, you wanna know how old I was?
Hmm.
I had that bitch downloaded on my iPod.
Rich bitch, you had an iPod.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Oh, I still had a Zune.
I had one of those too. I had both, bitch.
Oh damn! All right, so back to DC. Let's do that.
Sorry.
So the Dark Knight.
What are we calling about?
Yeah, we got off on a tangent there.
Flipping slides, right?
Yeah, no. We were talking about favorite movie. Your favorite movie was The Dark Knight,
Yeah.
which is
What's your favorite DC live action movie?
hands down Superman, 1978, 1979 with Christopher Reeves. I can't remember what year it came out, but
And it was just called Superman?
yep, it was called Superman the movie.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And fucking loved it. Now the graphics and the storyline don't really hold up to today, but for its time, fucking masterpiece. And it was very revolutionary for the time that it had, for the time that it was released.
Righteous.
What would be your second favorite? Like if we were to do top three, what would be
Oh
your
shoot!
second
Oh
one?
man, I might get a little hate for this one, but I'm gonna have to go with Justice League.
Justice League, the theatrical version, or the Zack Snyder release?
Okay, this is where the hate comes from because I liked it just fine before the Zack Snyder release came out, but now that the Zack Snyder release is out, that's the only version I'll watch. But I liked it before, but I love it now.
I just remember feeling like a lot of people did when they watched the commercials for it to be released before it came out in theaters, of all the stuff that they had in that. They had a lot of crap that they were showing in the commercials that they never showed in the movie, in the theatrical release, and I was very disappointed. I was very disappointed because I was like, what happened to this? What was that at? Why was this cut out? And then when they released the Zack Snyder cut, it was like, damn, I would have sat in the theater for 3.5 hours to watch that. Like, that was phenomenal. I think that was the problem, is because of how long it was. And I'm like, dude, people would do that. People will
Look
sit
at the
there
Avatar
and,
movie.
yeah, the Avatar films. Like, people will sit there and watch that shit. If you release it, give people an intermission, and then fucking let them go back in there. It was fucking great to watch them from the get-go. I would say my second favorite would have to be Batman Returns. I absolutely enjoyed that one.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's Batman Returns
Okay.
with Penguin and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really.
I absolutely enjoyed Danny.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I enjoyed his fucking Penguin.
Really.
I did.
Okay.
I did. I
No,
enjoyed
no,
it.
I enjoy it too, but I enjoy it as just another Batman movie. I don't enjoy it as on my top, like on my top list of
It would
things
be
that
one that
movies
I
I
would go
like.
back to watch. It really would. It would be that one I'd go back to watch again and again over a lot of them, just because
Why? Why would you go back to watch it? What is the
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken? That's why.
Well, Christopher Walken, Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, Michael Keaton. Like, you got such a really good cast and great villains that are being portrayed in that.
Is that the one with the famous quote, "Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight"?
No, that is the first Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one with Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I really enjoyed it, and it was pretty fun to watch. It was entertaining, and I don't know. I could just watch that one over and over again. So, what would be your third?
What am I third? It would have to be Man of Steel.
Man of Steel. Ooh,
I know all of my choices are newer movies. Like
and that's
I wouldn't
fine.
really go back to the old ones. I don't know why. I'm just one of those people that just like old movies belong in the past. I'm joking. I'm joking because there are many old movies I love. So don't even.
Yeah, I have to show you a lot of them.
Yeah, don't look at me like that. I was joking.
I will agree with you. Man of Steel was fucking just awesome. Henry Cavill, a phenomenal Superman.
My favorite Superman.
Yeah, very, very good. Is he the best Superman? We'll debate about that later on.
Okay.
Yeah, because we will get to that here in just a little bit because I've got some arguments on it. So, but Man is Steel really great. Kevin Costner being John Kent was awesome.
Yeah.
I can't remember the actress's name that played Lois Lane, but she was just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, she did a really good job.
And of course, the guy who played General Zod, I cannot, for the love of
You are the one that's good at names and you can't remember any of these people's
I
names.
fucking can't. I cannot remember his name, but I absolutely love him as General Zod. And it was actually a great performance by him, and it was a good storyline of why.
Yeah, he really captured his mission.
Yeah,
Like you knew he was a bad guy, and he knew he was a bad guy, but he was doing it for a good cause to him.
well, and I love the subtle moments where he actually started questioning it until his genetic coding.
Yeah, he literally had
Started
no
overriding
choice.
him.
Yeah, he knew he was doing was wrong. He was killing people. He knew that, and he knew how bad that was. But his genetic code wouldn't let him do anything else but save his people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that was a damn good film for when it came out, and even afterwards, we only got one because Henry Cavill only had to appear in the other films. Never actually got a standalone.
Yeah, another Superman movie of his own.
Let's see, my third. I'm gonna say my third will be the Dark Knight Rises. I do enjoy that one a
So
lot.
my favorite is your. Oh no, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, the Dark Knight Rises. The ending of the Christopher Nolan series is my
Really,
favorite.
with
Yeah,
Bane and all that.
I enjoyed Tom Hardy's Bane, and I absolutely enjoyed Anne Hathaway's version of Catwoman.
I did enjoy Anne Hathaway's Catwoman. I really did.
It was
She was a good modern interpretation of what a Catwoman would be.
well for that style of film. It worked out very well,
Yeah.
and I just loved her fucking performance as switching from Catwoman to Selena Kyle, and
That innocent maid to Catwoman.
that or how like she looked like Selena Kyle going in there to make the fingerprint deal, and then all that shit pops off. But she looks like Selena Kyle, but being Catwoman, and then when the police raid the deal, she turns back into a helpless victim like Selena
Oh yeah,
Kyle
yeah.
would
When she
be.
started screaming and crying.
Yeah, and then fucking switches right back into it. It
yeah,
was
you
like,
watch
oh,
it.
damn.
Like, you watch it on her face. Yeah, it was a good switch. Yeah.
Yeah, no, her portrayal as Catwoman was fucking great. I really did enjoy that. So that I would say that was one that I do go back and watch quite often, and just enjoy seeing the planning and
Yeah, Bane was pretty good on that.
yeah, Tom Hardy, man, he was
Tom
just
Hardy.
he was so fucking good as Bane for a guy that's really not that big in real life to be hold that presence of being huge.
Yeah, I hear like in real life he gives off that energy.
And I
That's
think
probably how he got the role.
and I think that's why it worked out so well, is because just seeing him walk in on screen and just him
Yeah.
dominating the entire.
Like that Shia LaBeouf interview that we saw about like who's the most intimidating person you ever worked with, and he was just like Tom, because you're not on the set, you're on his set.
So yeah, that's definitely one that I'd go back to. So that'd be my top three. Is that your top three that you're gonna go with?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do another top three.
Oh, we'll move on. So let's go ahead and just kick this off then. Let's go right into the next subject of who is your favorite Batman that you could watch over and over and over and over and find new things of why you liked him as Batman.
Well, that's a little complicated because I have a favorite Batman, but it's not on my favorite Batman movie. Because it's not Christian Bale, even though Christian Bale's movies are my favorite. It would have to be Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish he was the Batman in the Dark Knight Rising series.
well, okay, are you saying Michael Keaton as just Batman or as Batman and Bruce Wayne or as just Bruce Wayne?
I think he pulled off both quite well.
Oh, see, I looked at the Michael Keaton ones as he was no longer Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne was his mask, and Batman was the one that was really in charge of him the entire time, of how he was lost and confused throughout the first film, like looking around, like interested at people, but then at the same time, if somebody called him Bruce, he would be like, huh, oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is my name.
Yeah, like so Bruce was more of his mask, and Batman was the one that was really behind the wheel of the character of the person. And I think that I think he did a great representation of being lost in your alter ego.
Oh, we know about this.
But I mean, so Michael Keaton, yeah, he really. I have to agree with you on that because Michael Keaton was phenomenal.
Oh, so we have the same favorite Batman.
Oh, of course.
Well, not surprising since that's your favorite Batman movie.
Yeah, yeah, and it really is. Now, don't get me wrong. Christian Bale did really, really well.
I would have to say he is my second favorite.
Because and I like the Christopher Nolan ones with Christian Bale because it was an origin to the end. You actually it was like reading a 3 novel series that
he got to do what all the other Batmans wanted to do.
yeah, he actually got
Finish
to
it
end it.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that I think that's what really worked out and why the fans love those movies so much is that it wasn't just one or two. We actually got to finish it out and go
We got
all
to
the way
see
through.
him born and die.
And we didn't have to have sidekicks come in or any of that. We
Yeah.
really just had good story building and character arcs and
Yeah. We didn't have any sidekicks come in, but we got to play homage to future sidekicks.
yeah, which never gets to happen, which
Yeah.
is kind of
I'm-
stupid.
I'm okay with it. Like you said, it was yes, Michael. Hello. We know we're doing a podcast, and we didn't invite you. How rude.
You good? Okay. Well, and I mean there was some stuff in those movies that people like to criticize and do, like how the lady was like, oh, you should use your real name, Robin, and all that. I was like,
so dumb.
Yeah, it was so fucking stupid.
So stupid.
It was so stupid. It was like, no, shut the fuck up. We didn't need. Fans did not need that to be his real name. You didn't have to throw that in there. We knew that he was already
Yeah,
going to
we
be
could
a
tell.
Robin.
We knew it was him.
So like, no, because his name was Grayson.
Oh,
or-
that's how we knew. He Officer Grayson. Is that how we knew?
Or it was
Detective
it was
Grayson. That's right.
yeah, yeah. And so we already knew that he was about to become one, and if anything, more of Nightwing, which would have been great. But we didn't need the whole fucking Robin thing. So that kind of really did ruin
Yeah.
that part for me. But it didn't ruin the films. And I hate when people do dive so hard on that it's like, oh, that ruined the film for me. And I was like,
Oh yeah,
no,
that
it really
one little
didn't.
thing ruined the whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's so stupid. Like how people dwell on that one little thing and they're just like, ah, it's all ruined. It's like it's really not.
No movie's ever perfect. No movie is ever perfect. There's always gonna be some flaw.
Terminator 2.
You know what?
But so Christian Bale did a really good job for his Batman. I absolutely enjoyed watching him. Val Kilmer, I feel, doesn't get enough credit as Batman.
Yeah, they leave him off the list a lot.
They really do, and I feel that Val Kilmer did a really good portrayal of being in between of Batman and Bruce Wayne. Not sure where he actually belongs and where he fits in.
I think maybe he just didn't get the credit he needed because it was a bit of a snooze.
I don't know, because you had Tommy Lee Jones and fucking Jim Carrey really
And
help
I
backing it up.
literally think that's why. It's because Val Kilmer wasn't doing a good job of living up to what they were doing. Like it was their movie. It was Jim Carrey and what was his name?
Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, it felt like their movie and not Val Kilmer's movie. And he was Batman. The movie was called Batman.
Well, Batman Forever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was okay. We got introduced to Robin. Chris O'Donnell as Robin was okay. Of course, a lot of cheesy one-liners, but
Oh, yeah.
that was just Robin.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
he always did that shit.
then we had Ben Affleck as Batman.
I think he did great.
I enjoyed it.
I'm really mad at him for not doing it more.
I think
But I get it. He's supposed to be old man Bruce. I get it.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I really wish he was. I wish he would, but he's not going to come do the role again, I don't think.
I don't think so either. I think that's kind of passed on.
Don't even
which
talk
is
about how Henry Cavill's not coming back.
oh, we were gonna get to that.
Oh, are we getting?
Yeah,
oh,
we're gonna get to that.
I
Yeah, we are.
I'm gonna cry.
Ben Affleck as Batman was pretty fucking good. I enjoyed it. I honestly don't want to even mention the actor that played in Batman and Robin because Jesus Christ, that movie
George
sucked.
Clooney.
Uh,
I'll mention it for you.
Oh god, that movie sucks so bad. And I remember when I was a kid, I was like 7 years old when that movie came out, and I was just like enthralled with that movie.
I know,
like,
but it was so perfect for children, though, man. It was colorful. It was cheesy. It was you could follow it because it was followable for children. It was meant for kids. I swear, up and down.
well, and it was, but it was kind of just over the top.
Yeah, because it was
And-
for kids, like Power Ranger movie.
Yeah, okay. That's the problem is that I think they were trying to go off of that cheesiness of the Power
Yeah.
Ranger movies, but what people did, whoever directed this film did not realize that the reason why the first three Batman films were first two were well successful, the third one was mildly successful, is because it was made for adults that kids could watch.
Okay. Yeah, this was made for children that adults could cringe at.
Oh my god, yeah, and I
I
think
mean,
that
come on. Poison Ivy even looked like Rita.
Okay, calm down with that, because no. Uma Thurman was sexy as shit as.
Yeah, she was. I know, but like with the makeup and the hair and all that, and she looked like a Power Ranger villain.
And honestly, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't a bad selection for Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, I just wish they hadn't done all the cheesy lines.
I think if they made him more or like straight up quieter, like how they had Bane,
Yeah.
he would have been way more successful. So like whenever he actually had to break down and talk about his wife, Nora Freeze, and all that kind of stuff, he could have gave off a really good, compelling why he's doing this speech to make you sympathize with this villain, like how Michael Keaton's Batman's, Tim Burton's films, where each villain you could relate or sympathize with to want to make you understand why they're being this way.
Yeah.
And that's where they could have really done that and done that well, to where we would have had such a better Mr. Freeze. Because honestly, the size of fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, the way the suit looked, everything, like it
Yeah,
really
he looked like the one off the cartoons.
almost. I mean, there was a lot shinier suit, but it was more fitting. I would say more fitting.
Yeah.
But I just wish that they would have held back on all that fucking cheesy line talk. Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, we really didn't need her. We didn't need her in this film.
Yeah.
And her being Alfred's granddaughter was kind of ridiculous, or Alfred's niece was pretty fucking ridiculous because Barbara was Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
So that it was like they tried way too hard and made too many cuts.
Make her fit into the why would Batgirl be in Bruce Wayne's house?
Yeah, yeah, because she
So they
started
just
on
made some shit up.
Yeah. She started on her own, but that's a whole different dive we'll go into on another episode.
Yeah.
All in all, for Batman's, I think we're in agreement. Michael Keaton was
the best Batman.
was the best one. I would like to add this in here. I would like to add this because I see this a lot on the internet of give us a Batman Beyond film. I am not opposed to it, but I will say we've already had it.
Okay.
And here is where you're going to understand what I mean.
Okay.
The 1997, or it was 97 or 98, when The Legend of Zorro came out.
Oh.
Now, here's why I say this. If you watch this film, Batman was inspired from Zorro. In the original comics, the theater film that they went to go see was Zorro, Mask of Zorro, something like that. So he was kind of loosely based off of Zorro already. So when the Zorro movie came out with Anthony Hopkins and Antonio Banderas, um,
Say
we
it
already had
again.
that. We already had a Batman Beyond film already taking place. Anthony Hopkins was Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Then Nightfall happened. Fucking, he lost everything, gets imprisoned, and it basically breaks out of prison as an old man and goes back on track of vengeance. Where Antonio Banderas, when Anthony Hopkins was already as a young man being Batman,
Hmm.
seen him in his prime and was enthralled and wanted to be him. Like, oh my God, we need another Batman as time progressed.
So
So now Anthony Hopkins stumbles upon Antonio Banderas and fucking takes him under his wing and starts training him to be the next Zorro, being the next Batman. You have some of the guys that are good villains that you can base off of actual Batman characters and stuff, like the main bad guy in the film that takes off with Antonio Banderas' daughter and all that, or Anthony Hopkins' daughter, my bad. He could have been like a, a Falcone
oh yeah, yeah,
member.
yeah, yeah.
The guy that plays the blonde haired soldier definitely could have been a Victor Zaz. Like it.
Yeah.
So breaking it down, we already had a Batman Beyond film, just in the world of Zorro, and I'm like,
Which is almost the same world because
it really is.
Batman was inspired by Zorro. Puss in Boots was also inspired by Zorro.
Yeah,
Puss in
which
Boots is Batman.
Puss in Boots is fucking Batman, man. I'm telling you, it's actually Catman.
Catman.
But so, like, honestly, if you guys sit down, watch the Legend of Zorro, it's either the Legend of Zorro, which I believe is the first one, because I think the Mask of Zorro is after. I think that was the sequel.
Mask of Batman. I got
But
it.
watch that and tell me I'm wrong, man. Like if you watched the Batman Beyond animated series growing up or read any of the Batman Beyond comics, you would see that we already had it, and it was phenomenal. I fucking love that movie.
But if we did get a Batman Beyond movie, tell me you don't want Michael Keaton to play
Oh,
old
fucking
Batman.
hands down,
Old man Wayne.
I want Michael Keaton back in full fucking 1989 and 1991 Batman. Like I want him back as those.
Yeah, like it's a genuine sequel to all of his movies.
Yeah. So we're gonna leave that there because
Oh man!
I think that was a good one. We got on a good little tangent of
Oh,
Batman's.
Batman. Oh, you know I could go on and on. Who's your
Well,
favorite superhero? Batman.
we haven't even gotten into the villains yet.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah. I think honestly we'll save villains for another episode
because
because
we could also go on a tangent
we
about
can.
them.
We can because now we're gonna go into my fucking favorite superhero,
Oh yeah.
Superman. I am a huge Superman fan. I fucking love Superman.
Yeah. This is a house divided right here.
It really is.
Batman versus Superman up in this hizzy.
You go hide in your fucking
My
bat
little
cave,
bat
and I'll
cave.
go into my Fortress of Solitude,
Hell
and
yeah.
we're good.
We need signs above the doors.
Oh, right. Yeah, we really should. So, Superman. I'm going to say my favorite Superman of all fucking time is absolutely going to be Christopher Reeves.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh, yeah.
Was mine,
Henry Cavill.
of course.
Now, George Reeves, I will give him an honorable mention, but there wasn't an actual Superman movie with George Reeves. He only played the live action TV series. And same with Tom Welling. I'm not going to mention him because it was TV, not even though they were live action, they just weren't movies. So I'm not going to give them too much depth on them. I'll give them an honorable mention for the Superman back in the day with George Reeves and Tom Welling's fucking Smallville.
Okay.
So going from that, Christopher Reeves, I fucking love it. Now you tell me why you like Henry Cavill and the things you like about him to make him your Superman.
Oh, because he's a good old boy from Kansas.
Okay,
A classic Clark Kent. You know, of course.
that's debatable.
No, I mean like the personality, the good old boy, classic Clark Kent.
Well, okay.
I like the rebellious side of him. That he's a little more rebellious than a lot of other Clark Kents, in my opinion, which would be more suiting real world. You know,
Mhm.
like he does realize he could do like in his younger years, he did realize that he could with a snap of a finger, like really get what he wanted if he really wanted to.
Yeah, like turning into Brightburn.
Yeah, pretty much like saying it like, yeah, like when he got bullied and stuff, like he knew like he could have killed those kids if he wanted to. He could at least hurt them, but he didn't. Like he held back. I'm just like that's such. So that was really cool of him to be able to do, and then like he let his father die because that's what his father wanted for his safety, and he listened to him. He just let him go. And I just like he portrayed that so well for me. Like
Well,
the look on his face.
Henry Cavill did a great job of showing restraint with all
Yeah,
this
the
power.
restraint. Yeah. I love the look of genuine, like, I am holding back everything to be able to do this.
Especially the bar scene when the guy was in his face and you could just see it
Oh,
come over
yes.
his
Oh,
face of
dude,
like
yes. That look over his face when he just looked up and it
like
was,
I could just flick my finger and
yes.
shatter your brain.
That is the most beautiful resting bitch face. You know?
Yeah.
It was perfect. I was just like...
And I love when the
and
guy fucking shoved him and he fucking just didn't move.
Yeah, and it knocked him back.
Yeah, that was great. Don't get me wrong, I fucking love Henry Cavill as Superman,
Mm.
but he's not a good Clark Kent.
Oh, no. I will agree. He's...
like the reason why I
not childhood Clark Kent, but undercover Superman Clark Kent.
Right.
Like adult Clark Kent.
growing up, I watched Christopher Reeves, and I fucking was enthralled with the way he performed his Clark Kent and his Superman, because they were two different fucking people. You could tell that he was doing two different people at once, and it was great because like when he would be Superman, his chest would be more puffed up, he'd stand taller, and you could tell his confidence of like,
Yeah.
I'm the baddest motherfucker in the room.
I have to be the baddest motherfucker in the room.
Right. To where when he put on his glasses and his suit and he was getting ready for the Daily Planet,
Yeah, he would hunch over a little bit.
yeah, he
lower
would
his
slouch
head.
a little. He push his glasses up with his finger
Not look
and
anybody
act
in the
so
eyes.
insecure and
Wouldn't be able to look anybody in the eyes.
yeah, he would always kind of like look away a little bit and like act very shy. He captured a great alter ego to where when you looked at him, you were really conflicted of like that can't
you're
be
right.
Superman.
You're right. When it comes to the Clark Kent, because here's like a small little theory for me, is that the reason Clark Kent never looked anybody in the eyes is because his eyes were so alien and blue, Superman's, that if you looked him in the eyes, you would know he was Superman.
I like that. I like that because
I think that's a good little character touch that Christopher Reeves did.
oh yeah, and I mean I loved Christopher Reeves. Not every one of his films were fucking phenomenal. Superman 4 Quest of Peace was that was a fucking strain. But as a kid, I fucking loved it. I loved that one because I was
He's
just
asking
like,
for your help. There's a sticker on his tail.
oh, you got a sticker on your tail.
Nope, he wants to play now.
Stop biting me.
He says, "I bite you."
But yes, Quest for Peace wasn't the greatest, so I'm not going to sit here and say that all the Superman films were great. So yeah, Christopher Reeves, man, he really did. Brennan Roth, sorry, not Brennan Hoth. It isn't fucking Star Wars.
Yeah, I was like, Hoth is in the planet?
Yeah. So Brennan Roth, he wasn't a bad Superman. He did really capture a good Clark Kent. I will say he did a good Clark. He didn't do bad as Superman, but he just didn't really capture it. The film also didn't do very well on its storyline and really capturing it and all
Oh, I
that.
got a great question.
Okay.
Who now would you want to see as Superman? Because we're not going to get Henry Cavill back. Who right now do you think could do Superman?
I'm going to actually do it this way, and I'm going to fucking really give you something.
Ooh, you got some.
Somebody that I've been looking at that could do a fucking phenomenal job as a Superman, and he's not going to be white.
Oh, well, I'm down for that.
And it's not going to be Steel.
It would actually be genuinely Superman.
It's going to be a genuine Superman. And I'm going to say Michael B. Jordan as fucking Superman.
Oh, you can. He's done too many superheroes.
No. Michael B. Jordan could do a great fucking Superman.
He really could.
He really could. And he only did Killmonger.
He hasn't done other?
No, he's
I'm
only...
going to have to look him up.
No. He's only done Killmonger, which he did phenomenal as Killmonger.
did.
But that's for the MCU one. We'll talk about that one later. But yes, I believe that Michael B. Jordan could do a great Black Superman.
I think so, too. Do you think he could pull off Clark Kent, though? Because I've never seen him be a meek character. Anything Michael B. Jordan's played as has always been a very confident, strong person.
No, because Creed, he was very insecure and didn't know about himself and all that. He did pretty good at that, and then his confidence built as the time went on in the movie. But I think and oh no, I take that back. Michael B. Jordan was in Fantastic Four,
Oh
and
yeah.
yeah, and I take that back. So, but I don't count those as movies because all of them sucked.
Well, as long as it's not DC, though, I think.
Well, because okay, we can go on Chris Evans being uh, the Human Torch, and then now Captain America,
Oh, yeah,
and
that was still in the MC. Man.
yeah. So I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you play a superhero, as long as you find the right one that you can really capture and be that person. Because you look at him as Michael B. Jordan as the Human Torch, and then see him as Killmonger, you're just like, yeah, Killmonger was where you needed to be. Because you really took on that one. But yet again, let's get back on DC.
Yeah.
So,
We keep jumping over the Marvel.
um, but yeah, honestly, I would say Michael B. Jordan would be a good selection to see how he does, or even give us a Steel movie and make him the fucking character of Steel. I think that would be a good one. Give us a fucking Supergirl for God's sake.
Yeah, Supergirl movie, standalone Supergirl movie would be great.
The TV series, fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
I loved it.
So, would you want her to play Supergirl in the movie?
I would actually absolutely love to.
You know who I was thinking?
Hmm.
The girl you're tired of seeing.
Which one?
Magic from the New Mutants.
I'm not tired of seeing her. I like her.
I know, but like,
But her as Supergirl,
I think she'd be great. She has that confidence. I really like her acting style.
no, I don't know because she doesn't really have the physique of a Supergirl.
Well, Superman is white, and you want Michael B. Jordan. So I want a skinny Superman.
No. I'm not talking about racial. I'm talking about like actual
no, I know,
physique.
I know. I'm talking about physique as well. I'm saying
No, Michael
you
B.
can
Michael
have
B. Jordan's a big dude.
Listen. If you can have a black Superman, I can have a skinny ass fucking Supergirl.
I get Supergirl's supposed to be a very petite looking actress. The girl that play or character. I know the girl that plays on Supergirl, the CW series.
Yeah, she's not petite.
She's
She's
really
she's a well built woman.
yeah, and that's where it pulls off
I
more.
do like that. I do like that.
And that's
But-
where I say it. That's why it pulls off so well is because of how her physique is. You could see her being Kara to where she can be a little like, oh, I'm weak and innocent, to being that Supergirl of strong, bold,
and I
and
think that girl could pull it off too. The one I'm talking about.
she'd have to really work out and put on some.
People can do that for roles.
And it would be interesting to see. I would like to see it.
Isn't she on the new Ant-Man movie now? Oh wait,
No,
that's that.
that's the other. That's a
Yeah.
different actress.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the girl from the New Mutants.
So-
She'd be great.
I would like to see a Steel movie. I would love to see a Superboy movie. I would love to see.
Ooh, who do
I-
you want to play Superman?
Honestly, if here's how I would love to see with Henry Cavill no longer being Superman.
And I'm so
He's been the
fucking
best
pissed.
fucking Superman
So
so
mad.
far, besides since Christopher Reeves.
I don't even know why. I haven't even looked it up why.
But we could have done pretty well with like Superman leaving Earth because he does leave Earth to go find other Kryptonians out in the galaxy. I was hoping at the end of Man of Steel when he looks up in the sky and sees something and takes off running and opens up his shirt to reveal the S,
Yeah.
that it was Kara entering the atmosphere.
Oh, how beautiful would that been?
That it would have been so great. I was so like, oh my god, we're about to get Supergirl. This is gonna be fucking awesome because those two fight. They fight each other and it's fucking good. But
I'm not getting Henry Cavill back.
nope, we're not. Which that was way back then. But what I would like to see it now is where we have Supergirl, Superboy, and Steel. They have their own team while Superman is gone to help protect the Earth and add them into the Justice League. We already have Martian Manhunter, which is great. But
Yeah, I really like that character.
I did too, and I like the actor that played him.
Yeah, the one who plays in the Supergirl series.
No, the one that was in the Man of Steel. He played the Colonel, the one at the end of the movie where he was like, "What, soldier? What are you smiling about?" And she's like, "Oh, he's kind of hot."
Oh. Okay.
He's Martian Manhunter.
I like
Now
that.
the guy in CW Supergirl, yes,
I like him.
I do like him. I think he's pretty good.
It's funny every time he has to pretend to be Kara while Supergirl's
Yes,
out.
yes.
So funny.
All right, let's get back to the movies.
Sorry.
Though. Let's get back to the movies because we did get into a fucking
Hey,
rabbit
it's
hole.
DC,
I
goddammit.
know, because we could go on
It's
those.
live action and it's DC.
Yeah, we could go on those, and I like that too.
My second favorite Superman is that one from the new Superman and Lois.
Yet again, that's a series. Not
I
a
don't
movie.
care. I don't care. I love
And
him. I
you
think
mean
he's
the actor from Teen Wolf?
Yes.
Oh my god. No, I'll give that.
I think
He
he's
does
doing a phenomenal
really
job.
he really does capture a good Superman fighting with being Clark Kent.
Yeah, he captures a good super daddy.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's like everybody looks at him, he has to be Superman all the fucking time when he's struggling trying to be Clark Kent,
Yeah.
the father.
And I do like that struggle. Ah, damn it, we can't go on that show. It's
I
not
know,
a movie.
I know,
I want to
I
talk
know.
about it so bad. It's like he captures the struggle between being a superhero and a dad so well.
All right, so your Superman will be Henry Cavill, mine will be Christopher Reeves,
Yep.
and we will stop there because now we're gonna go into just one
Oh God.
of our favorite Batman villain.
Batman villains. Okay.
Yep, on screen.
See,
Batman
I'm
villain.
surprised you didn't say all of DC villains.
Well, we're going to go ahead and go into it because we've already talked about Batman. We've already talked about Superman. We'll talk about other superheroes later on down the road of like Shazam, Wonder Woman, stuff like that. But we'll do one Batman villain, one Superman villain. So, who is your all-time on-screen movie Batman villain?
It has to be live action.
Yep.
God damn it. Oh no. I have to go back and change my favorite movie.
What?
It can't be Dark Knight anymore.
Why?
Because I just realized who else was DC. Constantine. Constantine is my favorite DC.
Oh man,
movie.
I fucking forgot
I did
about
too.
that.
I was like, okay, I gotta change my
Oh.
mind. I changed my mind immediately. Constantine is my favorite DC movie. Period.
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 Nope, I'm right there with you. John Constantine was the shit.
Keanu Reeves is the shit.
Shia LaBeouf was
the
in that,
shit.
and the fucking great fucking.
Oh man, that movie was phenomenal.
And the actress, I can't fucking ever remember her
You
name.
never remember Gabriel from Constantine.
Well, I was gonna say the one that played the Supreme Leader in Doctor Strange, who played Gabriel in Constantine.
Yeah.
She did a fucking phenomenal job as being an angel. I
Yes,
absolutely.
she captured that
That-
androgyny
Yeah.
of an angel.
God, man. Okay, so let's get back onto it.
Okay.
All right, so we talked about Batman. What is your favorite Batman villain? Go ahead and
Okay, has
go.
to be live action. All right. Well, it depends on how you look at it. Because technically, Superman was a Batman villain at one point.
Oh no, that was a travesty. All
What
right.
about brainwashed Batman? Or brainwashed Superman? Does that count?
No, because
Damn it.
he wasn't in a live action movie. We're in the movies.
Oh, yeah. God damn it. Okay, well, then the Joker.
Which one?
Dark Knight.
Okay, so Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yes.
Thank God, because I thought you were gonna say Jared Leto.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about... I always forget about Jared
Oh
Leto.
God, that sucks so goddamn bad.
He's just Jared Leto. He's not the Joker to me.
No, he's not. He really fucking sucked in that movie. So, all right, Dark Knight, Joker. Why would you say Joker?
Because he just captures the chaos of what the Joker should be.
Okay.
And it's just like, it meant something, but it was all just a game to him as well. Like, he was doing it for a reason, to show that there was no reason, you know? To prove that everything meant nothing, but if you had a plan to fix it, that he could change it with nothing. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know, just...
Jack Nicholson's better. I'm just saying, Jack Nicholson is better.
Why?
Why? For the fact that he captured truly to the comic books that were out of the time of Joker.
Oh, okay.
To bringing it to the big screen and really being a very fucking scary Joker. Like, he was very scary.
Oh, if we're putting it against the comic books, then yeah, you're right. But if you're just putting it towards who did a role good, I'm still sticking with Heath Ledger.
Well, and okay, who did the role good? I say Jack Nicholson for the fact that he was a 2-bit henchman who got created into the Joker and enthralled that personality so well to where he was like, fuck it. If I'm going to be considered a dead man and a freak, I'm going to be the fucking big dog of all of them. And he did. He worked his way up from killing his fucking boss to taking over his entire fucking empire and wanting the entire city of Gotham and everyone to fucking bow. He was building an empire in that one where Heath Ledger was destroying an empire.
Okay, well, I see your point and disagree with your point. Because we've had this conversation before about the best thing about Joker is that you know nothing about the Joker. You don't know where he came from, you don't know his past. In Jack Nicholson, you know exactly who he is, you know exactly where he came from, and you know his point. You know what he's doing. And that's not very Joker to me, honestly.
Yeah, but it was good.
That's just a mob dude who went crazy. That is a mob man who lost his mind. That is not the chaotic, psychotic Joker.
Yeah, but okay, here's the thing though, is Heath Ledger's Joker was about chaos. Jack Nicholson was using his political pools and all that to get his empire. Basically, he took a realistic way of getting up there and making it happen. Is what made him really scary. Is because he was able to use politicians against to get what he wanted. He was able to use mobs against or to get what he wanted. He was able to use all the elements that we have in our actual society to get what he wanted. And anybody that puts their heart and mind to it, they could have that same shit too. Honestly, it's just, are you willing to stop being scared of death to get it? That's where.
Well, that's also Heath Ledger's point too.
Right.
Was if you're not afraid of death, you can get whatever you want.
Right, and he captured that very fucking well. I will give Heath Ledger that. But he was also tearing down an empire,
which I applaud.
Which the empire was Gotham and their connections with the mob, because the mob did help run Gotham.
Yep.
And that's where he was trying to tear it down, while Jack Nicholson was using
trying to take it over.
Yeah, was taking it all over for his own fucking thing. Yeah. So I mean, it's very controversial, and
they're completely two different characters.
They're like, if you put them in the same universe, they are yin and yang.
Yeah, they really are.
They would be yin and yang, and it'd be like, fucking a phenomenal film.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson was trying to use it to his advantage, was trying to take the system and use it for himself, while Heath Ledger was trying to erase it altogether.
Yeah. So we're stuck on Jokers for our Batmans. I like that. Because I'm going to go with Jack Nicholson all the way. I'm
going to have to go with Heath Ledger. I like the way he was going about it.
Yeah.
I could almost see it. If you think about it, it's almost anti-hero, where Jack Nicholson is straight up villain.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I like that. The only thing is, anti-hero would be willing to do the right thing in the wrong way. And he just did everything his way.
Him tearing down the system was...
But it did not benefit the Gotham at all.
I think... Well, theory-wise, with him being an ex-soldier, theory-wise, I don't think that was ever proven. I think it did probably start out that way.
It probably did.
When he first started, before he came to Gotham, because he didn't start out there.
Yeah.
There's no way he grew up there. He probably just came there because it was so corrupt.
Well, he probably was born in Gotham, grew up there, and then went into the military and learned more, and then shit happened, and then he came back, seeing how corrupt it became, or how bad it gotten since he had left and shit like that, and was like, no, I'm gonna fucking,
I'm doing something about it.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on from that, because I think that was a good selection, good argument.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, we will, but
we actually quite agree with each other. It's just we're on different sides of the fence, but we also see each other's sides of the fence.
Yeah. But we will do a whole episode on just DC villains, because there are some other villains that I would love to talk about, and how they were portrayed.
Yeah, dude, the Constantine movie. Talk about that movie.
I was gonna say like Suicide Squad and shit like that. I would love to talk about Will Smith's Deadshot. I think that was really good.
You really want to talk about him?
Yeah, we'll come to that later on, because I do think that's gonna be a fun topic. So, Superman villain. Who would have been your favorite Superman villain out of the live action films?
Man of Steel Zod.
Man of Steel Zod.
Just because of the doing the right thing for the wrong reasons, or doing the wrong thing for the right reasons, kind of a thing.
And the way he fucking just encaptured.
Yeah, like you genuinely saw the love for his people.
Yeah.
Like he loved his people. He even loved Kal-El. Because Kal-El was a freaking Kryptonian. He's just like, my job is to protect you, and you're literally making me kill you right now. You know that goes against everything I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But they're like in Superman 1 and Superman 2 with Christopher Reeves, we had a General Zod, phenomenal fucking actor. I absolutely enjoyed his portrayal of that. But the guy that we had in fucking Man of Steel, fucking really just, all three of them. All three. Well, the big guy didn't get a lot of screen time like the guy back in the day did. Yeah. But
the girl,
General Zod and his first mate, the lady.
Yeah.
They both really fucking did a great job. They took what those actors had already done and just said, we're gonna go a little bit harder and a little bit darker.
I know what movie we're watching today. No.
Oh yeah. But so General Zod, that's gonna be yours.
Yep, I'm sticking to that one. That's a pretty good one.
I'm gonna go with Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor. Now, don't get me wrong, Kevin Spacey did a fucking good job as Lex Luthor.
I get those two mixed up so bad.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey did a good job for the Brendan Roth Superman Returns, and I
He's
really
the
did.
only good thing.
Yeah, he was really the only thing I would watch that movie for is just watch his Lex Luthor.
Ugh.
Jesse Eisenberg, no,
No, I don't even count him.
no,
I don't even count him.
no.
To me, that's just Lex Luthor's stupid son.
Yeah, and that's the way I would have to
I'm
look
looking
at
at. I have
Yeah.
to. If I want to watch that movie, I have to pretend that's just Lex Luthor's stupid son.
Mm. But Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor, he did a great job of being brilliant, of being a brilliant mind that.
I almost picked Lex Luthor too. I almost picked him. I was this close.
Yeah, because he really did a great job because we got 4 movies to watch his character build and build and build, build. But the first one really captured it because to them that was probably like, oh, this is the only time we're gonna do it, so let's fucking do it.
Yeah.
And they fucking did it, and Gene Hackman just stole the show, and I fucking loved it. I love the fact that like Ready Player One paid homage to that movie of the line that.
Oh, the bubblegum rapper.
Yeah, I love that because it was like, yes, that was one of my favorite lines from that movie. And just all in all, like Gene Hackman and Christopher Reeves, man, they really did bounce off of each other of being good versus evil.
Yeah. If you can't tell, like when I keep picking villains, it's always the theme for my favorite villains is always doing the wrong thing for the right reason. That's my theme.
Yeah.
That's how I pick favorite villains.
Well, his Lex Luthor was more about just.
Yeah.
He wanted nothing but
You
power.
like Lex Luthor for the same reason you like Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, just the power.
The power.
So I guess that's what we're gonna leave that one there because we're kind of getting into this a little longer. So you're gonna choose your Zod from Man of Steel, and I'll choose Lex Luthor from Superman the movie. And all right, well, and like I said, we'll come back to the villains later on because that's been pretty fun. Worst DC film.
Worst DC film. Batman vs Superman.
Hands down. Hands down. I'm going to agree with you on that because that was just, my God, that was horrible. Doomsday was unnecessary.
I know a lot of people want to say Suicide Squad or some shit like that, but I'm just like, Batman vs Superman. When was the last time you watched that one? Probably once. And then you never watched it again.
Yeah, that was fucking horrible. So yeah, honestly, worst film, definitely Batman vs Superman.
Oh, I like how we agree.
Yeah, that is one that I'm just like, I do not care to watch it. Like, I'll watch it if I'm in the fucking binge mood
I was
for
going to say
him,
Suicide
but
Squad because of Jared Leto.
I could get past his Jared Leto because
He's not in it a lot.
Margot Robbie's fucking Harley Quinn
So good.
and Will Smith's
Will Smith,
Deadshot.
yeah.
Those two play off each other so well.
Croc.
Yeah,
I love
and
it.
they really fucking
wanna
helped
see-
save that film.
I want to see Croc and King Shark in the movie together. I want their standalone movie, goddammit.
Yeah, Suicide Squad 2. That was actually all right.
It was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. John Cena's Peacemaker, not
I
bad.
liked him in that, but I will never watch the freaking series again.
No bullshit. I want to finish it. Like,
Okay. You know what? I won't rewatch it, but I will finish watching it because, oh gosh,
Hey.
just to finish it, I guess, because I'm one of those people that has to finish something they started.
it was the first DC series that I've seen where they had a full-on sex scene where you got to see some nice titties. Just saying. All right. So yeah, we'll agree with that because, like I said, we'll bring up the Suicide Squad stuff in our villains
Yeah, but
episode.
how are they gonna make Peacemaker like smart and cunning in the Suicide Squad, and then when he goes off to have his own series, he's a fucking idiot.
Because he's not on a mission. When he does a mission, he really does fucking
Okay, I see.
enthrall in what the mission needs and what it needs to get done to be completed. But where in the series, he's more of himself and doesn't know really what the mission is. Like when he's on the mission, he'll do the mission, and it may not be the way that people want it done, but he'll get it done. But when the mission's done, he goes back to being his goofy self of being lonely and all that kind of stuff. Yet again, we'll come back to that because wow, we
We need a whole episode about
DC villain.
series. DC
We'll do.
series.
We've got to watch a lot of series because we haven't watched a lot of them.
We'll mention that.
Yeah.
We'll only talk about the ones we've seen.
But we will come back to villains. I do want to do one about villains. So I know I've said it several times in this episode, but we will. So favorite scene out of
Okay.
all the DC films that you've seen.
Do you bleed? Ugh,
Which one?
shivers every
Which
fucking
one?
time.
Batman vs Superman or Justice League?
Justice League. Why the fuck would I mention Batman versus
Well,
Superman.
because Batman was the one that said it first.
Oh no, when Superman says it to Batman,
Yeah, when Henry Cavill had him held up like
his
that.
voice dropping like that, like I was scared for my life.
I know. It really showed like how evil he could be if he wanted
if he
to.
wanted to be, oh man, shivers. I was like, dude, this guy could fucking kill the world in a single blow.
And he actually does in the Injustice series, which is a fucking awesome concept and really good. But yeah, Henry Cavill of Do You Bleed? I like that one.
That is my favorite scene. I could just watch that scene just on loop. Scary.
I like that one. I like that.
You know, like we like horror movies because we like that adrenaline it gives you and all that kind of stuff. And every time I see Henry Cavill say, "Do you bleed?" I feel like I'm watching a horror movie. I get that same feeling as when I watch a horror movie. That rush, you know, like oh shit. Like oh, such a good line.
It was it was a good line for the way the scene had built and everything that had led up to it. It was perfect. I'm gonna say I want to give an honorable mention because the scene in Superman the movie when Lois falls in the cavern, Superman spins or comes and tries to save her and he fails and pulls her out of the ground and she's dead. His fucking face of like screaming that the person that he was falling in love with is dead, which ends up causing him to spin the world backwards to back up time and all that kind of stuff. That was one of my favorites, but not the absolute favorite.
Okay.
Michael Keaton, Batman, when he meets Joker as Bruce Wayne for the first time, and he just goes into this whole fucking tangent of like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, that is a good one.
And how if you watch that scene, he grabs that fucking tan and slips it into his fucking jacket and playing it all off like wanting or baiting him to shoot him and shit, but also seeing where his level of fear was, and he fucking caught his level of fear while doing all that, and it was really good. I love that scene because it was one that stuck with me after watching it, even when I got older, of seeing all the little details that you kind of overlook when you watch it. But then when you watch it, you're just like, damn. Okay, and you actually see a hint of fear come across Jack Nicholson's face of where he contemplated of shooting him and all that kind of stuff. It was really good. I love that scene. All right, so for our final topic for today's episode, what movie that you've been waiting for a sequel that has never came?
Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, Constantine 2.
Constantine 2. You know what? Yet again, I'm going to agree. I want a Constantine 2.
And Keanu Reeves, not just some new Constantine movie. I want Keanu Reeves' Constantine 2.
Yep, I want that because I remember when the first one came out and watched it and loved it, and then we never got another one.
Because I can't remember the name of Constantine's demon buddy, but like Keanu Reeves never got that, so we have so much to go.
Well, and then we also we had other hints at stuff. Like, we're getting a Shazam 2, which is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait. Yeah. Black Adam, don't think it needs a sequel.
It was good.
Yeah, we're okay. After they fucking did the reveal of Deathstroke, I want that sequel.
Yeah, especially with who plays it.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
I would love to have that as a sequel.
I want an actual Teen Titans movie and not that TV series.
Yes. I think that would be fun, but they'd have to really be cautious of who they choose to play the characters. And hey, it's okay to say teens and they be in their 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Like, give us a little bit more grown up, but young enough to where we can carry the franchise for decades.
I know I'm getting off on Marvel here real quick.
Oh, Lord.
But they did well with the New Mutants. Those were all teenagers.
Ish. They look like teenagers, but...
So I think they could do a Teen Titans.
I'm not disagreeing.
And they don't have to call it Teen Titans. They did call themselves Titans for a while. The TV show, that freaking sucks, in my opinion, is called Titans because a lot of them aren't children. Starfire is a full-on adult.
Yeah.
And she's not even from another planet, dude. She's from Earth, and she's happened to get powers.
I haven't watched any of that.
I've gotten into 3 episodes, so she might be from another planet. But all I know is that she was human, and then all of a sudden developed abilities. I
don't know. We'll have to get HBO Max back to fucking watch that and check it out because I think I hear nothing but decent reviews on it, so we'll have to check it out.
I hear good reviews. If I went and watched any DC show that has gotten good reviews, I'm gonna go watch Gotham though.
Yeah, I would.
There's a new one coming out.
We need to watch Gotham.
Yeah, There's a new one coming out, or it's on Gotham. I'm not sure. Misha Collins is gonna play Gordon.
You know, we didn't even fucking talk about Robert Pattinson's Batman.
Oh yeah,
But we'll come back to that later on because this episode's gotten a little long.
I liked it.
and
I think you did great. I think the girl who played Catwoman sucked.
Yes, definitely could have gone without
I
her.
think
Colin
Nigma-
Farrell was good as
I think
Penguin.
Nigma was amazing.
Oh yeah, the fucking actor that played Nigma. Good
I
God.
think Colin Farrell was good, but I also feel like his character was unnecessary.
The guy that played Falcone.
Yes, great.
Fucking great.
Loved it. Loved it.
Like
I said, I did not think Selena Kyle was needed. I don't. Well, yeah, she was.
No, she really wasn't.
I think she had done better. No, her being Falcone's daughter was really cool.
No, didn't really need her. The actress that played her fucking just could not stand watching her portrayal of it. It was to me really unnecessary. If this was going to be an origin movie,
Which is
then
really crazy because that actress is actually really good. She just was not captivating Selena Kyle very well.
she just could not do it. So we'll come back to that because I do want to talk about that one. We will talk about it.
Robert Pattinson did great. He
Yes.
was a great young Batman.
It was like if Nirvana was Batman.
Yeah.
And that's why I love when they put that fucking Nirvana song in it because it was literally a grunge Batman, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that. So
I like all the memes of him going up to pet stores and staring at cats.
yeah, so we'll definitely have to do this again because this has been a fun topic. We've got other topics that we're gonna be talking about of like the MCU and more DC and TV series and stuff like that. We're still gonna we're actually gonna break down the MCU and X-Men into two different categories because those X-Men films can be done on their own.
Yeah.
And the MCU can, since they're really not tied together, we're not going to put them together
Yet.
Yet. I mean, we'll see how it goes in the next phase, but we'll see. So we've got other topics that we're going to be talking about. Religion will be coming up pretty soon.
Oh man, y'all ready for that?
That's going to be yeah. We'll be talking about holidays. I want to talk about some holidays of how we feel about them. But yeah, that really does sum this one up. This has kind of been fun going back and forth, tit-and-tatting with you. And
I love doing this every time with you.
I know this is why we started recording ourselves because this is kind of what we do.
Yeah,
I mean, besides having base questions, we kind of just do this on our own.
Yeah, we would have asked these questions if you hadn't written them down.
Yeah, but we got to kind of keep ourselves on track. And
I asked a few questions that weren't written down this whole time because I don't write shit down.
Yeah. Well, I kind of give us a little platform where
No, you have to, or we'll space off.
Yep, like we've already done in this episode that you guys can see, because this is what we do on a normal.
I think we did pretty good staying on topic. We only got off topic like 3 times.
Add about 40 to that, and there we go.
Well, I don't count getting on the marble tangent.
No.
Marble.
We're doing it again.
Yeah,
We're trying to close this one out, so let's close this out. Well, we appreciate you guys joining in with us on the Calling Couple podcast, and we would love to have you back for some more. If you guys enjoyed this, please give us a like, a subscribe, and even a share. And hit us back up with top 5 list of your favorite superheroes and a top 5 of your favorite villains. You can leave us a comment down below, or you can email us at the Calling Couple pod, P-O-D, at gmail.com. Send us an email there of your list and ideas and things that you would like to talk about, and we will sit here and conversate with you. I think that's going to be it. So
I didn't even get to finish my whiskey. That's crazy. I'm only going through about 3 of these.
I think we got so lost in the conversation that we didn't even get to finish our drink. So let's
one of my favorite topics, man.
Bottoms up then.
Okay. Woo!
Yeah.
Whiskey.
All right. So who are you?
I'm Sage.
And I'm Gage. And
Cacaw.
that cacaw is going to kill me every time.
Every time.
Well, guys, just know that if you're out there living your life, do your best and fuck it up, Buttercup. You only get one. And Tanakuna.
And don't forget to legalize prostitution.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to legalize prostitution. Mm-hmm.